In this video, I'm gonna talk about concept of rolling without slipping. Rolling without slipping. Okay, so let us have one example that we have a body like this and it is rolling without slipping. If this is rolling without slipping, suppose the velocity of its center of mass is v0 and it is rotating with velocity omega naught. So let us say this body, this point is point P and this is our ground, this point is P dash. So P is a point on the body and P dash is the point on the ground. Suppose that if the radius is r of this body, then I can draw the velocity at the point P. So because of the translational motion, it will consist of v0 velocity, and because it is rotating with velocity omega naught, it will be having omega naught into r is the velocity. So this velocity, because of the rotational motion, okay. So Vp I can find, which is v0 minus omega naught r, velocity at bottommost point. Now suppose that if this is the ground and this is the point P dash, we know that Vp dash will be definitely 0 because ground is not moving. We will consider ground is not moving, and instantaneously P and P dash should have same velocity as for rolling without slipping. That means what I'm trying to suggest, Vp will be is equal to Vp dash, and which simply implies that v0 minus omega naught r must be equal to 0, and that gives us pretty simple condition, v0 is equal to omega naught r. So in this case, this is the condition for rolling without slipping. One more thing I would like to emphasize, this is only for the ground situation, when a body is directly in touch with the ground. Let us take a different case where you might be seeing certain different result. So I just want to mention you the rolling without slipping is based on the point which is moving. So bottommost point should have the velocity equal to the other body which is in the touch. So what I'm trying to suggest, let me give you one other example so that you will be able to understand. Okay, so let's say there is a body and there is a plank, they are in touch. Okay, what I'm trying to say, this body plank is moving with velocity v0. And now let's take, there is another plank which is in touch of this sphere and it has certainly velocity 3v0. Okay, now assume there is no slipping between any Planck and sphere, then find out the velocity of the center of mass of the sphere and angular velocity of the sphere. So if this is our question, then how to do it? And yes, you can assume the radius is r. So in such type of questions, we let us assume the velocity of center of mass is vcm and angular velocity is omega. Then again, let us say we have 2 points B and A which are in touch with sphere uh, uh, with Planck, right? So we can write down the velocity at point B. So VCM is in the forward direction because of the translational motion, and omega into r in the backward direction. So VB can be written as VCM minus omega r. This is going to be the velocity at bottommost point, and simultaneously we can write VCM, and obviously if you see the omega r, then omega r will also be in forward direction. So we can write VA, that would be equal to VCM plus omega r, correct? This is going to be the value of VA. Now, how to utilize these two values? So yes, obviously, let's say this is our Planck number 1 and this is Planck number 2. So for Planck number 1, if you see the Planck number 1, the point B, which is in touch with, of the sphere with Planck number 1, so it should have velocity v0 only. That time, if you remember, we were doing v is equal to 0, bottommost point, because it was directly touch with the ground. But here we are not in touch with ground, we are in touch with the Planck. So VB can be written here as VCM minus omega r is equal to v0. We can say this is our equation number 1, correct? Now how to get the second equation? So let us remove this part, question part. So here, for Planck number 2, what I can say here, for the Planck number 2, this is our Planck number 2, this is our point A which is in touch, and velocity is 3v0. So point A should be having 3v0 velocity because no slipping anywhere. So that means there is no slipping, that's why VA is equal to 3v0. And we achieved VA is equal to VCM plus omega r, which is going to be 3v0. So I can write this is equation number 2. Now just if you can see, equation number 1 and 2 can be solved easily. So clearly what I can do, I can add equation number 1 with 2, we get VCM plus omega r plus VCM minus omega r is equal to 3v0 plus v0. So omega r is cancelled out. 2 VCM is equal to 4 v0. This is cancelled out. So simply VCM is going to be 2 v0. Perfect. So VCM is 2 v0, and then if we achieve the value of VCM, we can also find the value of omega. How? We can put this value in either equation. So from equation number 2, we can write V naught, this is 2V naught plus omega into r is equal to 3V naught. So omega into r will be is equal to minus 2V naught plus 3V naught. So from here we want the value of omega, which is simply V naught upon r. Correct? So we achieved the values of omega and VCM. So clearly, if you would have used VCM is equal to omega r, you will see VCM is how much? 2V naught, and omega r is V naught upon r into r. This is cancelled out. So 2V naught will never be equal to V naught. So that's why if you use the previous equation, V naught is equal to omega naught r, that will not be true. And I already explained you why it is not true. Okay. So I believe you got the concept of rolling without slipping in rotational motion. Okay. Yeah.